The PlayStation TV. And when this thing came out, I didn't have an idea like what to think about it. But realizing I've completely forgotten about this emulation beast. Why? Stay tuned and let's go. The PlayStation TV. Yeah man, I can still remember this thing. Because it was in a bargain box, but nobody wanted it, like nobody gave a shit about this thing. But nowadays I'm more thinking, oh man, you can do a lot of great things with it, and maybe a lot of people don't even realize. But hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video I wanted to take a close look at the PlayStation TV in 2021. And mainly the reason why, because I think it wasn't a long time ago that I basically picked this thing up. I have this thing a very long time in my storage, but you can do some awesome things with it. So basically, what is the PlayStation TV? The PlayStation TV is basically a PSvita inside a game system. That's pretty damn awesome. But now with the new Hankaku modifications, we can make a freaking awesome machine out of it. They can play even more than PlayStation Portable and PlayStation Vita. But let's talk about the games quickly, because when you're looking at the games in general, I think it's pretty damn awesome. The PlayStation Portable had so many games, and the PSvita sadly didn't have the same kind of numbers, because it didn't sell that great, especially here in Europe. So when you're looking at the games, they are like really high quality, and they are like supreme when you're looking at the PlayStation Portable. But then you can just play these games on your TV, it's pretty damn awesome if you ask me. But now with this new PlayStation TV, we can do even more things. But let's talk about that. Why is this thing a forgotten emulation beast? Because this thing can do a lot of things. Most of this Chinese stuff crap things can do. Alright guys, so let's do a quick unboxing just together. And I just wanted to give you a quick look what's inside. So this thing comes with an extra box on the outside. Then we're going to get the white box with the PlayStation TV inside. And by the way, the language you're seeing is German for the people who have no idea like why it is in English. Because this has been sold back in the day in a German shop. Yeah, the voucher is not working anymore because it already has been used, so it's pretty damn pointless. Then we're going to get some quick explanations. You can also use this device for your PlayStation 4. So this thing was quite interesting and ahead of its time. Of course, some explanations with, of course, the deluxe toilet paper manuals. Nobody cares, nobody reads. And let's take a close look at this manual. And what we can do with this machine is connect ourselves on PlayStation controller, of course, because this thing doesn't come with a controller. So in this box, there we're going to get the magic box. So basically, what I understand of this is exactly the same hardware like a PlayStation Vita. Only they remove the buttons and all the other stuff and makes this thing super tiny. So what you can do over here is adding yourself the game or an SD card, depending what you want to do with it. At the back, we're going to get ourselves another option for an SD card. Then we're going to get the USB, HDMI, Ethernet connection, and here we're going to get the input for the power supply and the on and off button. The only downside I find with this thing that only comes with one USB. So I'm going to use myself some PlayStation 3 controllers in this video, so we can use the Bluetooth compatibility. So let's do a quick unboxing here, because here you can just see that we're going to get the power supply and the cable. So there's nothing really special to see in here, but I just wanted to show you. Okay, so let's talk about what can we play with it. So in my previous videos we talked about the PlayStation Vita Slim over here and the PlayStation Vita model number 1 that comes with an OLED display. And yeah, basically what you can do with both of these systems you can now do with the PlayStation TV. And with the PlayStation TV we have the same capabilities. Think about, we can play retro arch, so this means we can play a lot of retro games. Think about the old school 8-bit, 16-bit stuff, and then we're going to have the option to play PlayStation 1, PlayStation Portable, PlayStation Vita, the minis, and even some homebrew game that you can find on PC or stuff like that. So when you're looking at it, it has a lot of potential. But first, let's take a closer look at one of these systems and just do a quick overview what you can do with it. And I did read in the comments with the PlayStation Vita videos that a lot of people were naughty and were using the PSvita basically for a lot of things besides the PlayStation Vita games. Yeah, and also with the handhelds we're having so many different ways to play, but still when you're looking at the PlayStation Vita, this thing has so much more to offer, and that also includes for the PlayStation TV. You can play so many really cool awesome things. There are different ways to play it, but for the retro part, retro arch is one of the ways to go. The reason why is very simple. This piece of hardware combined with retro arch, we can play so many cool pieces of old school hardware. Think about 8-bit, 16-bit, even up to PlayStation 1 will not be a problem. So even playing old school stuff on a PSvita or with a PlayStation TV, I think the most appealing part of this piece of hardware is the PlayStation Portable and the PSvita. And the reason is very simple, because when you're looking at the PSvita, there are not a lot of game boxes that will support this platform as I'm making this video. But in the end, when you're looking at the stuff we can play with this, it's pretty damn awesome. And I think it's a cool addition to the PlayStation TV. But in the end, like, is this thing worth for you? That is something you need to ask yourself, because you're paying a lot of money for the PlayStation TV, and a lot of stuff like retro stuff we can play on so many different devices nowadays. So that is something, again, you need to consider for yourself. But I'm very curious, what are we going to get when it comes to emulation performance on the PlayStation Vita and the PlayStation TV? How far will they push this device, and will this thing even be more capable in the future compared with other devices you can pick up? That is of course the question of today, that we need to see in the future what are we going to get. But you want to play yourself some old school 8-bit, 16-bit game arcade. It runs so much different stuff, but how cool would it be if you can basically play all of these games on your television fairly easy with basically your original PlayStation controllers. Yeah, then we're going to need to take a close look at the PlayStation TV, because we can do all of those things with this tiny box. That is pretty damn wicked, yeah. But despite that we don't get a PlayStation controller with the kit, I have a couple of them laying around, so take consideration that we're going to need one if you want to play on the PlayStation TV. And when this has been booted up, it looks exactly like a PSvita. Already mentioned, it is a PSvita in the box. So then we're going to get a lot of different applications that we can use for adding new files. For example, the Adrenaline is for having the PlayStation Portable, PlayStation 1 and many different options. So when you're looking at the device itself, also the PlayStation Vita, but when you're looking at this thing can do a lot of great things that we couldn't play before when it comes to other boxes I've reviewed here on the channel. Okay, so the first thing I just want to point out before we're going into the emulation stuff. So I love this PlayStation TV simply because I can add my indie games to this system, and we can just have a lot of fun with indie games, stuff we don't see a lot when it comes to the game boxes from AliExpress. But as I'm making this video, so when you're looking at the PlayStation Portable, it was a really great system. But the problem with the PlayStation Portable is because it's like really low resolution games. And when you're putting it on an emulator and you're going to upscale it, then it's going to look kind of fancy. But even despite the PlayStation Vita was made for an handheld, in my opinion, it looks amazing when it comes to the television. And that is something that I really love about the system. So even when you're going to stretch the image, it still looks pretty damn awesome. But okay, so what I really love about it is that we can just actually play the PlayStation Vita games on my television. When I'm liking having a lazy night and I just want to relax in my game room, I just love to play PSvita games, but not always on a handheld. The handhelds are like really awesome if you want to bring with you, but I love it, man. I love the PlayStation Vita. I can just play these games with a controller. Oh yeah, and I completely mess up my gameplay. Yep, I did. So I think the PlayStation television, if I knew it was capable of doing all of these things, besides the emulation part, I would get it like ASAP, especially when it was back in the day 50 freaking euro in just a sales bin. Nobody wanted it anymore. So it's kind of weird if you think about it now. And I can tell you, these freaking devices will go up in price and it's crazy, like the PlayStation Vita itself. I wouldn't be surprised. But when you're looking at the PlayStation Portable emulator on the PlayStation Vita and the PlayStation TV, it's pretty damn awesome. Here we can basically boot up PlayStation 1 game. It's not really spectacular anymore because yeah, PlayStation 1 can be emulated on so many cheap boxes. But the PlayStation Portable, that is quite interesting. But it is not upscaled. So it's going to be the original game itself. So even PlayStation Portable runs on the original native resolution. It's nothing really special, of course. And again, like you can play these games on so many devices nowadays. And if you're going to get yourself a powerful emulator like a DockStation and you're having like a very powerful device, you can even run these games on high resolution so they look even more fancy on your bigger television. So is it like a great add-on? Absolutely. But it does not say a PlayStation TV is the ultimate machine for playing some PlayStation 1 games. But when you're looking at the PlayStation Portable part, it looks still very good on the device itself. Of course, when you're having a high-power device like a mini PC, you can run these things on higher resolutions and they will look like amazing on a 1080p or 4K display. So that's something you need to take consideration. But yeah, the PlayStation TV and the PlayStation Vita has the option to play PlayStation Portable. So that's pretty damn cool. Seriously, like, what the hell is this kind of a weird game? Seriously, like... So what the PlayStation Vita does, the PlayStation TV can do too. I think when you want to search for yourself like one really cool piece of hardware to play original PSvita games, you can play some PlayStation Portable, PlayStation 1 and even a lot of retro stuff. So yeah, let me know in the comments what do you think of this, what do you think of the PlayStation TV, do you own one or did you ever consider buying one? I want to thank you for watching, consider subscribing, hit that little bell, become one of the Wicked family and I will see you in the next video.